Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks podcast. I'm Annalie.
And I am Patricia.
And today we are going to talk about something that drives people crazy when they're online dating. Oh, yeah. It makes people
crazy.
And that is when they are like all excited because they just found someone to chit chat with online.
Yes.
They're attracted to the pictures.
Yes.
They like the profile.
Yes, they do.
It's all nice.
And they think everything is wonderful.
Yes, there's all this
and they
hope and expectation. And then poof,
then they fall off. And then they fall off, and then you're and a whole big
But
thing.
here's where we go wrong is when we start wondering why.
Yes. Rack our brains. So what?
Because there's a billion trillion reasons why that might
and
happen.
this, and the
Definitely the online
landscape of online
dating.
For sure. There's a gazillion reasons.
There is just no way to tell what happened.
So
they could be dead in an alley.
I don't know why they dead in the alley. Like, what were they?
What were they up to?
The world. Was it a knife?
They're stuck on
a
desert island. They got abducted by aliens.
Okay.
All
we just went way.
Yeah. Well, but anyways, it is based on a Reddit story.
Oh, okay. That's
so. Without further delay, if I can get this thing let's see what it says. So it is a man who wrote this, which is kind of surprisingly, just the way he writes it.
Oh, okay.
It seems very like he has a lot of feelings.
Oh, he's in his feels.
Oh, which is okay. It's okay to be a man and have feelings.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that
men.
Is true.
Why does this happen? He says. So I got DM'd by a person. We talked, exchanged photos. That was to make sure they were talking to real people because we all know about the scamsters. They were talking about nothing heavy, just hobbies, interests, whether they're married, kids, stuff like that. I think just the main stuff that you have to get out of the way.
The little stuff.
Seemed like she was interested, then bam, darkness, nothing. She even texted me. It says she even texted me the next morning. All seemed well. What we think he meant was
the previous.
She texted him and it all seemed well the previous morning.
Yeah.
And then she fell off.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I told her I was a widower, had 3 grown kids right out the gate, and still she texted me the next morning at work and through midday, then just fell off the face of the earth. I just never get it. I put her name out there, but if you read this, I won't put her name out there, but if you read this, can you at least give me an explanation? I mean, you reached out to me. Thoughts, anyone?
Oh, he's sending that to her.
And that's crazy. And I'm glad he didn't put her name out there because this is embarrassing.
Right, for him. But why would you even think to put her name? Like, what did she do?
That was desperate move. And
because that's the culture of
a little scary even, it feels.
And for him to try to reach her on a Reddit.
Like, where else did he post? Like, are there flyers flying around his immediate area where maybe she lives?
Yeah, that's weird. And that's concerning because you were just texting.
Did he file a missing person report to the police? I don't know.
Like, you didn't even meet. I mean, there's so many things. He is either new to this type of
I would
dating.
think new, because there's no
Because
way. This
everyone
happens way
knows.
too
Yes.
often to react that way.
To react to where he's reaching out, and I'm not going to put her name out there. Like, why would you put her name out there?
Yeah.
You didn't even
No.
put your own name. Like, why would you put
No.
her name out
I
there?
know, that's horrible.
That doesn't make any sense.
That is
What did she do?
horrible.
You know,
It happens innumerable times every day online, and there are probably almost as many answers as there are people who do it.
yes.
Try not to take it personally, or online dating will make you crazy.
Yes, it will. It's keeping your mind right. My God.
He responded back to that. He's the poster.
Oh, what did he say?
He says, "Yeah, thanks. I don't know. I'm by nature a polite person, and just ghosting like that is akin to talking face to face with someone, and in mid-conversation, the other person just turns their back on you and walks away. Ugh."
Well, not really, because she did end her text. But the thing of it is, see, and now I'm feeling away because he said, "Oh, I'm just a polite person," accusing her of not being polite. But man, please don't act like you are so polite that you don't do things similar or the same. See, I don't like it when people go, "Oh, I'm so polite." That, please, I'm saying you're not, because you're saying that you are. So there.
And he was about to put her name up on it.
Yes,
See, that entered his mind too. That's not polite or decent or a nice guy move.
That isn't. And that's what bothers me. You liked her. She, in your mind, rejected you. So now you're in your feels.
Yes.
So you're going to have to work that out.
Yeah.
Work that out, man. Work that out.
Yeah. So a woman replies saying, "If you can tell me why guys just stop, LOL. I talked to a guy for 2 months.
Yeah.
They went out a few times, and then
They went out.
crickets. That is crazy. That is not okay.
Yeah, 2 months.
2
That's
months of
crazy.
talking and going out.
But here's the thing. I'm going to have to call her out a little bit, because I'll bet you there were signs.
Yeah,
I'll bet you there were
There
signs
must
that
have been
showed that
signs.
he was
Yes.
not interested.
Yeah.
Because it's never happened to me where I was so invested in someone, they were invested in me, and then boom, I didn't hear. It's never happened to me. So obviously I don't have that experience. So I believe, because I don't have that experience, that there's signs that come up to that.
Yeah.
It's just not a cliff that someone falls off of. There are signs, and you have to be mindful of the signs.
And the poster actually responded to her.
Oh, did he? What did he say?
said, "Well, rest assured, should you ever reach out to me,
Oh my goodness.
thirsty, I'll never ghost you. I'll have enough respect for you,
He's still calling.
especially if we actually met, to tell you sorry, it's just not working for me."
Yes.
So he doesn't even know.
he's
This
still
was a back and
taking-
forth for one.
He's still taking
night.
dig at her. He's still taking digs. And he really got his feelings hurt. And that's a lot of that is on him, as far as his expectations of her, his access to her. Like, you don't own access. I don't know. It's just, he's acting weird to not have even met that woman.
This girl says she went through the same thing, but now she understands it's just a part of the process.
Thank you. It's the culture. If you can't handle it, then you can't do this. You are really going to have a lot of problems, and you're not going to be able to, he's what they call it, crashing out. Posting that Reddit was him crashing out.
Oh my gosh. Here's a person that tells the poster, "I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm a widow. Please know, just because you exchange photos through text does not mean that person is who they say they are. I only trust
that's
what I
true.
can
Yeah.
see with my eyes in person. And they didn't meet up.
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
was
even
gonna
meet
say,
up.
I bet it could. I was thinking that it could have even have been a
It could have been.
scammer.
I don't know why grown-ass adults lose their manners online. Now I am assuming they have manners to begin with. Huge assumption. You could send a message, example, hello, I haven't heard from you. I hope you're okay. If you're not interested in getting to know me any further, you can just let me know. I will be a gentleman about it. Thank you.
I would not
And
send such
no,
message.
that's
Oh,
too
about
much.
doing that.
And the guy goes, great advice. Yup, try that. He already did it. He already went that far.
And
Which I knew he already went that
The
far.
thing is, she already told you, but no response is response. So stop. And I don't like this whole idea of these people saying, oh, this person's not polite. Oh, this person's, online, they behave this way. No, people behave this way face to face. So stop playing games. Stop playing in everybody's face. People behave this way face to face. I hate when they, people online are impolite. No, people are impolite face to face. This isn't new.
Yes.
It isn't new.
Yeah. This person goes, just because they reached out to you doesn't mean that they will continue with the back and forth communication. Maybe she has some time on her hand and needed to fill the void. Maybe she's dealing with stuff. You guys are just chatting. It would have been different if you guys defined what will be the end goal.
Yeah.
She'll eventually show up, if not just move on. The person goes, the poster says, that is true. And I'm not all that hurt by it to the point of locking myself in a room and crying or anything. He is locked in his room and crying and everything.
He went through all the stages of grief. He has.
And then he said, I just find
And
it.
he just landed on anger. He's still on anger. I found it odd. It's not odd. Why is it odd when this happens all the time? And I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'll bet he's done it before with women he didn't like. So I hate this whole, oh, well, I'm polite. Please stop.
This person says, it's happened to me more times than I can count. A friendly DM turns into an attempt at sexting. And in a few cases, it was done by someone who was on this complaining about why women on old are so unreliable or ghost or don't follow through on setting dates. Oh my gosh, someone that was like actually complaining about it, and then he did it to her.
And yes.
See, that's extra, I think.
Everybody does it. I've done it. I've dropped off because of whatever. I think I've dropped off just recently because of something that was said. I was like, oh, okay, I don't have the energy to continue.
Oh my God. This. But wait, then she goes, same girl goes, like, sir, look at your track history. I'm not saying that's what the poster did, but I'm saying that there is often a reason that it's not just women being flaky. Then the poster says,
oh gosh,
hope you're not referring to my history because I've done none of that. She specifically.
See, and another thing about him that we're finding out, he's responding to everybody's post. That tells you something about him. That tells you something about him. That tells you something about him that woman picked up on, and she got out of Dodge. There's a control thing going on.
Oh my God, this is going to be worse. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
So this person goes, how long since your last text? Could she just be busy or out of coverage? This does happen, though. It's almost best not to even think of them as real people until you've met in person. Poster says, nah, it was yesterday.
Okay. See, he's wasting everybody's time.
Nobody is that busy.
He's wasting everybody's time. And yes, you can be busy.
It was yesterday. This was like a month ago. This was
yesterday.
He didn't even give her a chance.
And he's already calling her out on Reddit. Yeah.
Ready to put her name. Oh my God.
Girl. She dodged a bullet. And she saw it in his communication.
Girl,
She
you
saw
done
it.
a stalkery
And she knows. She
mess.
saw it. She saw it.
That's
and
almost upsetting.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And yes, you can be busy. Now, you can be busy, but more than likely you're not. You're not busy.
More than likely not.
You just stop talking
Oh,
because
God.
you heard something in the communication caused you concern and you just backed away. And that is what, and can you imagine if she had told him, if she had texted him and said, you know what, I think we're incompatible, whatever, whatever. Do you know how many texts she would have gotten from him? How many soliloquies she would have gotten from him?
But wait, exactly.
Yes. She was going to get
It was
some
yesterday. He already verified, he sent the text
Yes.
where he goes like, oh my God, are you okay? Oh no. And she was like,
This is crazy.
Man.
I'm not doing this.
I was initially attracted to you, so I reached out, but I'm sorry,
Like,
I'm
no.
not taking crazy.
Yeah, no. She said, no, I'm not. No, no, sir. She said, no. No. She said, no. She said, no, because that's what he is. And you can tell.
And see, this is a lot of the stuff we find on online dating.
Yes.
In our age,
Yeah.
this is
Yes. And
what we're dealing
the moral of this, although he's a whole different, but as far as, people falling off and anyone else would have just went on about their business, but he seems to be like one of these controlling people.
Oh my God, I gotta read this one. Okay. Panicked Poodle is writing this. So she's writing, she found a more likely prospect.
Yes, and
You
that could
creeped
be.
her out or pushed intimacy too quickly.
Yes.
She decided dating was too hard. She was drinking when she matched with you and thought better of it sober. She saw something in the photos she did not like.
She did like.
Work picked up for her. She's sick. She's traveling.
Yes.
Then she says, can I say that your whole vibe of I won't put her name out
Thank
here
you.
is
It's super
disturbing.
disturbing.
Dosing someone on social media should never be the right choice. Is it possible you're looking for a life preserver instead of a date and you're coming across as super needy? Sounds like you've only had a few interactions.
But I love her. I think that's doxing. I think when you put someone's name out, it's doxing.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, that is super disturbing. Oh, I won't put as if just like a threat, like
Yes.
like you're threatening to put her name out, and you're calling her. It's a call to action for her. So you're threatening her.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna put. You're disturbing.
And the poster
You're
goes,
disturbing.
wow, okay, never thought of it like that. I don't think I'm needy. I'm certainly not trying to come across that way. Thanks for the honesty.
Okay, what about the doxing? Talk about that then. Did you think that was disturbing? Did you explain why you were talking
did
about
not.
her name? Did not.
Did not?
Did not. Did not. See, he's answering. Have you ever seen anybody answer each comment?
Yeah, no, never.
So
But
this is-
every single one.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she saw red and she left. She exit stage left, as well she should have.
Yeah. Oh.
See, this went a different way than I thought. I was thinking
Yeah, I think so too.
this took a scary turn. Very scary and disturbing turn.
I almost want to see what else he might have put on here. Oh, here he goes. Appreciate all the responses. And again, I'm not hurt
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, man.
and unable to go on in life.
Sounds like it.
I
Sounds like
just
it.
don't act that way. And I just find it strange is
No,
all.
don't please. You're a grown 50-something man. You've had situations in your life
Goodness.
where someone was, as you say, impolite or however else you phrased it. Don't act like this is the first time you've ever had someone do something like that toward you. No, you are just a controlling guy, and she didn't do what you wanted her to do. So now you're going after her, and this is your way to do it. but the response is different than what you thought. That's crazy. This went very crazy. This went wild.
It went pretty wild.
Yeah, I thought we were
Let's
just
see
gonna
here.
talk
What
about-
else? So this person says, it happens to everyone. Trust me. I hate to think that single people our age are broken goods because a lot of us do the work, heal and learn from the past, but seems more than not
Never do.
never do and just treat people the way someone hurt them. Relationship terrorists.
Okay, that's too much. Just because you didn't,
Yeah.
you were a terrorist, and
Also the way that was weirdly written. I don't know.
yeah, and my thing is this woman, and I'm just obviously assuming, just based off the information we have, saw some flags that were red, and she backed away. She can do that. No one has access to us. No one's, we can back away. We cannot respond. We can do that. We're grown people. We can do that.
So this person is did a whole thing on don't invest emotion in someone who clearly has none, and the poster said, yeah, well, it wasn't like we were close in proximity. She was in New Orleans and I'm in Illinois, so the whole thing is
different
reflecting.
They were not even. I know, because he'd be trying to find her address. They're not even at. See, this is even more silly. Now, this is odd. This is the odd.
Yes.
They're in different states.
Wow.
This is silly.
This is scary. I don't even know.
See, this took a different turn. So I'm gonna just say that the woman, she used her skills. She made an assessment based on her interactions with him. I'm just gonna say, and she protected her peace.
I'm glad it happened.
He protected herself
because he says
she
the
walked out.
title is "Why Does This Happen?" And I'm like, I'm glad
it happened.
That happened for her sake.
Yes, because you are talking about doxing her.
You're not
doing
ready.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Any kind of dating.
And he said he's a widow. Now, he didn't say how long he was a widow, but I think that was put out there to gain sympathy. This was something that he wanted people to say negative things about this woman, and he wanted her to see.
And I got ghosted.
Yes.
By this horrible
and
woman.
I got 3 kids.
And I want to put her name on here, but I'm not.
Because I'm such a wonderful person.
Yes.
I'm so considerate
of
my
others. God.
He wanted everyone else to tongue lash her, and he wanted her to see it. He wanted her to see that. He wanted her punished.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Ooh.
See, and this is what, people, you gotta weed the signs.
She did a good job weeding.
She did.
Well, actually, she probably didn't have to work that hard because she puts her phone down and all of a sudden,
yes.
Are you there? Are you there? Yes. What happened to you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. And she's like, OMG. You know what? She didn't even block him. Man, you better be glad she showed some whatever class or whatever. She didn't block you.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't block.
She will.
Well, hopefully she's already.
Yesterday. Oh my goodness.
She has blocked him.
Oh,
but this went left.
I did not expect it. This wasn't even what I was going to talk about.
I know.
Wow.
But this is just an example of what's out there and how we have to protect ourselves and how we have to, do our self-care.
Safety
Look at
first.
The signs. Yes, safety first. Safety first. Safety first. Because we have to be able to look at the signs, and her boundaries. I'll bet he crossed some of her boundaries. And that's where boundaries come in. If someone's doing that, then okay, it's a no for him. It's a no.
Yes.
And then you just walk away.
Yes.
You walk away.
Man,
that's crazy.
To all women out there, if you see these signs, don't even meet up. Like, seriously, do not meet up.
Definitely.
It
don't.
is too stalkery, too scary out there to be doing, to mess around with this kind of stuff.
And you can, some
Can
of
you
the
imagine
things,
if they had met up?
I know, then
Then
he would have,
what?
he would have thought she belonged to him
Yes.
because this is about ownership.
Oh my God.
But the signs, like, and there are times where you're not going to see it when you're texting or when you're calling. I don't know. Did he say they called? I don't know if they ever got to
I
phone
think
calls.
they called. Yeah, they called.
Okay.
They called and they talked about this, that, and the other, and then they
Okay.
were texting.
Okay, so
Yes. Mhm.
but sometimes you might not get the signs, you know.
And that's
on
why I
the phone
also
call.
encourage to do a video call before the meetup, even, because I bet you if she didn't pick it up by the call or crazy texting, just looking at what would he look like as you're talking to him? Because
Yeah.
I think you could
If he's
tell.
if he's
I
upset, if he's getting
I
irate, you
think
can
one
tell.
could tell
Yeah.
that
If he's
that
getting
is
irate.
not right. Mhm.
But yeah, make sure if it's against your boundary, if things in the conversation are crossing your boundaries, then you know it's a wrap. You just walk away. And this is a good example, although we don't know the ins and outs. We can only assume that or surmise that based off of his behavior just on the Reddit, that is not even a relationship type situation. He couldn't even maintain
My God, if he
on the
gets
Reddit.
I can't even. If he gets into a relationship, like see someone for a couple of weeks, then what?
You're his property.
Oh
Yes.
no.
So yeah, this is another one of those cautionary tales, and she did the right thing, in my opinion. Just from what I know, she did the right thing.
Yes, she did.
She did the right thing. She got out of there fast because he was, yeah.
Yeah, you fool around with someone like that, you wake up dead. Or you're at least at risk of waking up dead. 'Cause,
I don't know if he's the killing kind,
well,
but you're gonna have some mess in your life. That's for sure. You're gonna have some mess in your life. So he's one of those, like he's trying to manipulate and, you know,
yes.
and making it clear that she's a certain type of person.
I'm actually surprised there wasn't more responses that called him out.
Yeah.
That was more like, oh my gosh. There was that one.
Yeah, she
one or
really she
two,
laid it out.
and the one
There were a lot of men, though.
yes, yes,
The
it
men
was.
Were, you know,
Yes, and
they
the
were
men were focusing on
aligning
the
with him.
widower and
Yeah,
oh,
they
I'm
were
sorry,
aligning.
and oh, it's hard.
They were aligning
Yes.
with him. That awful woman. That how
Yes.
dare she just
Yes,
not respond?
and they
fall
did
off.
not at all read through the lines on
No,
it.
she did. They
But
did not. They did not.
but yes,
But yeah, this went a
wow,
different way.
y'all have to let us know
Yes.
what you think about this crazy
Yes, this was.
story that ended. Well,
Yeah.
it was just gonna be regular, but
Yeah.
it turned.
Yes, it did. Definitely.
So let us know what you guys think. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it-
what would you do? And
he
where
just-
where do your boundaries hit
Yeah.
when you come? Because we've all come across some
Yes.
obsessiveness
Yes.
and texting and
Yes.
calling and that kind of stuff.
And just
Where's
things,
your
inappropriate things that are off. like
yes,
things
getting
that-
intimate too soon in the texting and
Yeah.
calling, those kind of things. Being
Yeah.
on one phone call and then they're calling you babe the next second. Those kind of things.
But yeah, I can imagine what he
So,
must have said to her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't
And
even
it-
know if he got, inappropriate,
Yes, he could have.
sexually or
The
intimately.
sexual stuff.
It does not.
It could just be that, like that scary, like, oh, I'm not going to put her name out. Like little subtle things like that.
Ugh.
That, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
crazy. Yes, it is. So,
Now, we did not do our self-care first, and we should have in this one because my
some self-care.
goodness, I think
You
I need some
self-care.
self-care now.
Yes, you do, because those guys are out there. And if you're not looking, if you don't know the signs and can pick up on those things, then next thing you know, you're in it.
And it's funny because I was thinking about for me, because and you also, we try to do the meetup as soon as possible
Right.
because we don't want to drag things along.
Right.
But then again, you also don't want to meet, but you have to weed it out. You gotta weed it out.
And I would hope that if I couldn't weed that out, vet it out in the beginning, because I would love to have seen what his profile. Can you imagine what his profile?
No.
I'm sure there were some clues in that profile. I'm sure there were, because he's not even self-aware. He put that on the Reddit hoping that he would get sympathy with all that harmful language in there. So he's not even self-aware. So I'm sure his profile has all kinds of things in it. So I probably would not even have gotten to that with him because of the concerning things in his profile.
Although she reached out.
Well, yeah, she did.
Something must be
She
right in
did.
his profile, or
She
is
wasn't
a
aware.
handsome face. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know.
and,
I don't know.
or maybe she didn't pick them up. Maybe they were too subtle to pick
Yeah.
up. And maybe that he didn't have anything in there. That could have been the case. But yeah, so yeah,
No.
Yeah, so when self-care gets real. When self-care gets real. Good gracious. Oh wow.
So how do we self-care ourselves to manage this situation?
Well, we have to first of all make sure that we're honoring our boundaries. I think that's the big thing. We're honoring our boundaries, like, and it's hard for us to really determine what may have been said, because he didn't even go into what he said, and that's another thing. He didn't go in specifics of what he said before she dropped off. He just said, "Oh, and she dropped off. We just talked about this and this and that, and then she dropped off." That tells me there's some hidden stuff in there that he said that probably spooked her. But just being aware of those subtle signs, and making sure you're honoring your boundaries. Yeah. Because if those things are present, then that's what it is. Then that's what it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And don't second guess yourself on it. Just do.
Honoring the boundaries.
Just do it.
That's the thing.
Keep with it.
And don't, even if you think, oh, well, maybe this time, no, not this time. Not this time either.
No. I'm just thinking about how, it was yesterday about it.
And that tells you.
I don't know, because that even seems like, because she was texting through midday. So then we're in yesterday, like,
so last night.
I don't even convinced it's like 24 hours at this point. It may not
have been from the time he did the Reddit. So last night he must not have gotten a text.
Not even 24 hours, and he's about to put her name on a Reddit post.
He's calling her out. That was a call. He was calling her out. What is it, a dog whistle? He was calling her out. He said, if you're reading this, tell me blah,
and
blah,
where
blah.
else was it posted? Facebook?
Who knows?
I don't know. Twitter, Instagram? I don't even know.
Who knows? But he was on a mission. And that's scary. And I'm sure if she did read that, I'm sure
she was like, oh my God.
Hopefully she did block him. I hope she did.
Yeah.
Because you got to block that.
All right. Well, we are still looking to get to 500 subscribers.
5.
And so don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button.
Hit it.
Give us the thumbs up.
Yes. Like. Oh, and share too. I always forget to say share.
I never think of that.
Yeah, share the video.
Yep. Yes. We are on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Yes.
And until next time, don't forget to live,
laugh,
and connect.
And I guess we'll do we're just gonna do it. Bye.
Oh.